What went wrong with 1MDB? Did it stray from its original vision that you had when it was set up?
It started from, the business model actually itself was not that sustainable. But it became an issue for what is essentially a business issue became a political issue because my opponents wanted to use 1MDB to change a democratically elected government between election cycles. That's why they created this as a big issue. Meanwhile, our rationalization program is working well. Our debt level has gone down to about 30 billion from 42 billion, and we've got enough assets to cover our debts.
What do you say to those who say that you've acted dishonestly about the funds? You've been called all sorts of things, including a thief. What's your response to that?
There's no evidence of that. I mean, you cannot just accuse somebody of being a thief or anything unless there's evidence. And again, if I can quote Tan Seng Yao, he said that we have to act on evidence, and they couldn't find any evidence of wrongdoing. So that is a politically motivated statement.
Yeah. But you have admitted that the funds did end up in your accounts, even though it was a donation from the Saudi government.
Yeah, it's been cleared. There's been no wrongdoing. So I stand by it. There's no wrongdoing. The Saudi government has come out with a statement admitting that it is an official donation. So, the facts speak for themselves, but it's been turned to become a political issue.
Do you regret what happened? And looking back, is there anything that you would have done differently?
Yes, I would have done. I would have probably not have that kind of business model. Probably I will make sure tight supervision. But we all learn from our mistakes, and that should not detract from on the huge number of successes that we have in other areas.
In this whole 1MDB, Mahathir saga, what would you say has been your darkest or loneliest moment?
When I feel that the barbed criticisms were very, very unfair and baseless, but I keep telling myself that's his style. He would push it to the extreme. He did that against Abdullah Badawi as well. He called Abdullah Badawi all sorts of names. And he's done that against all his political opponents throughout his history. So it's nothing new. So Mahathir will just push it to the extreme and always blame on others, not on himself. So my record as Prime Minister stands. You can go back to his 22 years and look at his record, and I'm sure you can make the necessary conclusion.
Should the DOJ drop its investigation at this point?
Well, we're willing to cooperate with them, but the whole thing, they were our opponents who influenced them in many ways. But as long as the investigation is done fairly and according to international protocol, we're willing to cooperate.